Hello lovely yogis, my name is Mimi and today I invite you to a delicious Yin Yoga class. Focus is lower back and it doesn't really matter if you have any issue with your lower back or not. I promise this flow is just super yum for your whole body. Before we dive into our practice, I just want you to take a moment to actually arrive. So come into a seated position, feel free to prop yourself up a little bit, sitting on a pillow. And then close your eyes down, and with closing the physical eye, start to open the inside eye. Come to stillness and allow your body to rest into the stillness. And then enjoy this peacefulness that stillness brings with it. Notice how your breath starts to get longer and starts to open up the inside world. If there's some movement your body is craving before you come into stillness, feel free to do that as well. So if you feel like circling your torso around one way and then the other, go for that. Maybe moving here through the rhythm of your breath, knowing that there's no rule, there's no expectation, no judgment. With your next breath in, start to lift your arms all the way over your head. Reach up towards the sky, maybe wiggle your sides to side. And then slowly release your hands and find your way up into a standing position where we will start. If you have a pillow, it doesn't matter which size, it comes handy, or even a bolster. And then press that pillow in front of your hip and lean. Melt yourself, fold yourself over that pillow. And it is really that movement of getting comfortable. So make it comfortable, make it work for you as well. Know that you're worth it and take all the time you need. Start to lengthen your breath here again and bring all your awareness to your body. That can start with the bottom of the feet, noticing how you spread out your body weight from the toes to the heels. Notice where you hold tension, where you can maybe let go of some tension, and then allow yourself to dive deeper into it. Allow gravity here to deepen your whole pose. To that point where your head is really resting completely with all the neck muscles being relaxed. Just hanging here over the pillow. Maybe you want to stay here for a little longer. Or maybe you feel at some point you could almost get rid of that bolster in front of your hip and come even deeper and deeper into that forward fold. Maybe with your hands interlaced behind your head, to give just that tiny bit of extra weight, to decompress that spine just a little more. It's that moment when we let go of our muscle contractions, where we let go of ego and eagerness, where we actually dive just a little deeper into a pose. Slowly release your forward fold and come now into a seated position with one or two pillows behind your back. Prop the pillows up so they are placed alongside your spine. Have maybe a fist distance between your sacrum and those pillows. And then lengthen your spine once more and then lean over the pillows. The buttocks rests heavy here on the floor. Your legs are straight but relaxed. And then allow your arms to sink down into the ground as well. Palms facing up, so the shoulders are externally rotated and there is already space. When all that setup kind of feels good for you, and I really mean it when I say be fussy with yourself, know that you're worth it, make it work for you. Start then to lengthen your breath again. Breathing deeply down into your belly. Feel how your belly rises up into your rib cage. Feel how your rib cage starts to expand. Slowly exhale out through the nostrils and melt with that just a little lower into it. Using the breath here as a tool to open up through areas you weren't even aware of that you held tightness. Going on that journey where you might not even notice if you inhaling or exhaling, or if it is the pause between your breath. Be curious here with yourself, with all those sensations arising. Let's be just as curious with ourselves as we would be with our best friend who tells us the most exciting story. Make this your story and start to listen up to all those beautiful things coming up just for you. Can stay in this position. If you feel like you can now go just a little deeper into the pose, bring your arms now over your head, interlace your fingers or reach for opposite wrist or elbow, and then place your arms underneath your head, creating more opening sensation now for the front of your shoulders. Without tensing up, still stay just as relaxed as you were here. And send your breath now all the way to the front of your shoulders. Without shortcutting it, still inhaling deeply all the way down into your belly. Up into your ribcage, up towards your collarbones. Finish your next breath out. And then slowly peel yourself out of that pose without much disturbance and prop yourself up for the next pose. So we now place the pillows across the mat. Push the pillow down to your sacrum and then lean over it. So it looks almost similar, just that now the pillow is pushed a bit further down. So your shoulder blades having not as much as support, but you eventually touch then the ground again with your shoulder blades and with your head. Your arms can reach over your head again, and if you want, place the bottom of your feet together as well. Find Baddha Konasana legs, your butterfly legs. And then just, whenever that physical setup is done again, start to lengthen your breath again. Going on this beautiful journey to explore that inside world of yours. And know that you don't have to be there straight away. Let's fall in love with the journey, with the transition. When it comes to Yin Yoga poses, it's almost like taking a bath, a hot bath. You wouldn't jump straight away into that hot bath. You start with your toes, you dip your toe into the water. And then when your body started to adjust, you sink, you dive just a little lower into it. So let's do just the same thing here. Dive into your pose. Take all the time you need to sink deeper and deeper into that state of complete relaxation. with the breath as your companion on the way. Finish your next breathing cycle here, and then maybe you wanna release your arms. You can place your hands just beside your hips. Maybe you wanna place them top of your hips and give yourself a little massage here. As we rest here in stillness, we calm our nervous system, and with that we also calm our mind. So it's that beautiful reset where we actually make time for ourselves to realize that we're not our thoughts, that all the things we tell ourselves sometimes in that hustle bustle of daily life is not necessarily the truth. It's that reset for unconditional love. So find that unconditional love here. Manage to silence that harsh pointing voice. We point directly at ourselves. Step away from that and just feel, just be. Finish your next exhalation here, and then use your hands to bring your knees back together. Remove the pillows to one side without much effort, and then just find another moment, corpse pose, as a rebound pose, where actually the real magic happens, where all that release of blocked energy now floats up and down. Soak it all up, be present, enjoy that flush. Whenever you're ready, walk your heels in. Grab another pillow, maybe fold it so it is a bit higher. Press through your heels and then lift your hips up and place that pillow underneath your bum. Have the pillow far enough pushed down towards your heels so the pelvis tilts towards you and your lower back is elongated already. Find a position that works for your legs, where your legs can be relaxed as well. And then place your hands beside your hips. Make sure that the back of your neck is still long, so your chin is gently tucked down to your chest. And then return back to your breath. Using the breath here again, maybe as a distraction from thoughts. When your mind starts to wander, just come back again. Exploring the full capacity of your lungs. Feel how much more space you have here. It wants to be filled up with that beautiful life force. And then take tension on board you're holding, and that can be emotional tension as well. And literally exhale it out. Let it go. Let's take another deep, long breath in and out here. And then slowly start to lift your feet up and away from the floor. Bring the knees down into your chest, and then hug with your arms around the back of your knees. Just allow your arms to rest there, so the shoulders and the arms, they can be relaxed. It's more just the weight of your arms pressing the knees down into your chest. That pose where you feel your breath now as the belly presses against your thighs, chest presses against your knees. Let's take another long breath in here. Long breath out. And then release that bind of your legs. Step your feet down. Press through your heels once more to remove the pillow to the side. And then come into corpse pose just for another moment here. Again, feeling that magic happen. Slowly in your own time, find your way up into seated position. You can have your eyes closed as you come up. Have your feet hip-width distance apart and then place 1 or 2 pillows between your legs. Make sure you find your sit bones to sit on. Lengthen your spine once more and then fold yourself over those pillows in front of you. It is a really passive stretch, so you don't hold on to anything. You could even turn your palms facing up, just being ready to receive that energy. And then it's really just gravity again, helping you here to fold over your legs. Maybe at some point you feel like butt walking your hips a bit further to the end of the mat. But then let go again of the movement, of any movement, and just come into that still state of yours. Every tiny muscle, every tiny fiber starts to relax. And when our muscles are relaxed, we start to open up through our connective tissues as well. And become just in a deeper state of relaxation. And also into a deeper position through that stretch. If your body started to soften, to surrender, and you feel like you can go now just a little deeper, feel free to remove maybe 1 pillow, 1 block, whatever you worked with, and just come into it once more. With those deep, long breaths. It's almost as if you inhaling here into the back of your heart, creating so much space for the back side, elongating your spine from the tip all the way up to the crown of your head. Taking another long deep breath in. Find that pause between your in and exhale. And then exhale out into complete emptiness. Slowly start to peel yourself out. Use your arms to come out of it, so your back muscles can adjust slowly into its original length. Place your hands beside your hips. Feel that pull off the ground. Of your head up towards the sky. Just for another moment. And then remove the pillow for now. And place your legs in that zigzag position where your heel is aligned with your knee. Both of your knees are bent 90 degrees. Then place the pillows or the one pillow beside your hip. Start to lengthen through your spine once more, and then turn to the back of the mat and fold yourself, lean yourself over the pillows. Start with your head being turned over to that side where your knee is in front of your belly button. It is a really gentle twist here for the spine. We want to twist here from the thoracic spine. Yet we allow our breath to travel all the way down towards the belly button. Maybe your hip starts to support you a little bit by muscle contraction. Try to let go of that contraction. And when you notice that you're actually okay again, you propped up, you melted into it, maybe you feel like now turning the head over to the opposite side without putting any strain here on your neck. Be present. Be just as curious with yourself as you've been at the very start. Allow your thoughts to be, but don't get emotionally attached to them. Don't interact with them. Give yourself your unshared presence. One of the greatest gifts probably you can give yourself. Another long deep breath in here. Exhale out. And then take all the time you need to slowly peeling yourself away. Twist into the opposite direction just for another moment here. Counterbalance that twist from the spine with your head being pulled up towards the sky, and then slowly release. Windshield your legs over to the other side. Find 90 degrees bend through both of your knees. Your heel is aligned with your knee. Start to lengthen through your spine first. Square your shoulders down towards that pillow, and then lower all of your torso down onto the pillows. Propping yourself up. If something doesn't feel good or right, change it. I'd rather change it now instead of suffering then through it. As we rest here in our pose. Start to lengthen your inhalation. Find your pause between your breaths. Exhale out. Maybe you feel like you can turn your head now over to the other side. Lift it up, turn it gently over, and then sink into it again. Finding this full body hum, where your body starts to hum in that beautiful, colorful bath of energy. Be open for it, be there for it. Few more breaths here. One last deep breath in. Empty that breath out. And then slowly find your way out. Palms turned down. Use your arms to lift the shoulders back on top of your hips. And then find your counter pose here as well. Twisting the opposite way. Be gentle with that twist. Don't go further than your body is craving it. Finish your next breathing cycle here, and then let's come into our last pose, where we bring the legs up against the wall. So maybe you have to reshuffle here a little bit to find a wall. Use a bolster here as well. Place the bolster or pillow really close to the wall, and then on top of that pillow you're gonna place your hips. So it counts as an inversion. We don't have to go super crazy every time to get that inversion. Make sure you're comfortable here again, and your legs are really resting against the wall, so all your legs muscles are completely relaxed. Your hands can rest beside your hips, palms facing up the way. And then for some reason, my camera just stopped recording there. So this video will be finished soon, but feel free to stay here just a little longer. Just as long as you need to. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did. Be good to yourself. Be aware of all those words to yourself. And I see you the next time. Namaste.